I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Live from the Xfinity Studios! Play the song! Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday to all across the Delaware Valley. Of course, we know why I'm so giddy because of, and I got to give my boy all the credit. I'm going to start off with VG because VG's like, yo, he's going to score 16. VJ's going to score 16 tonight. This is yesterday. I'm like, nah, I mean, that's like industrious. 16, right? That's industrious. He doesn't score 16. He scores 34. VJ Edgecombe. What an unbelievable debut. Wow. I'm over the moon. Listen, I thought the kid was athletic, right? And I thought he would grow into a ball player. My God, that kid was just on fire last night. He's so explosive. He's so strong, man. You'll love him exploding to the basket. There's no shy in him, right? He attacks. He shot the ball really well, right? He was not shy. You know, one of the things about, being an athletic, like, I wondered how long it would take for a shot to come. I mean, his release is a little slow, but who cares? First of all, he knocks down shots. Second of all, once you go out to guard him, he'll just blow right by you. And he and Maxey fit beautifully together. Wow. They fit incredible. It's just incredible together. Listen, I know it was against Boston, and Boston made, there was a run and all the other stuff, right? Like, Boston's got nobody or hurt. That was awesome just to see, man. What it does is it gives you hope for exciting basketball and having a real player. The kid's going to be special, man. VJ special. He's going to be special. Listen, I give Maury all the credit. Like he said, there was no, it didn't matter. He had all his eyes sights on him. And I remember going, well, he got to take him. He's the pick. Wow. On a night when Cooper Flag was like 10-10, my man is 34, 7 boards, 3 dimes, a steal, shoots 5 for 13. Oh, man. That was just spectacular. I mean, incredibly spectacular. What a night. And then Maxey was awesome, dropping 40. I mean, it was all great, except for the big guy who looked, to be kind. He's got a long way to go before he gets to himself. 20 minutes, 1 for 9, 6 boards. Listen, the good thing with him was he didn't get in the way, right? Like, he allowed those other kids to cook. So, like, he just has to work into his role. If Embiid can be a good role player, and I know it sounds crazy because you're thinking, well, he a superstar, becoming a role player. But, he's going to have his days. Like, once he works himself back, gets his legs back. I mean, clearly he didn't have his legs, right? And he was just off kilter. I mean, when you miss all that time, you're going to have that. He's not going to come out scoring 30. I just love where they're at. Like, I think having the youth like that is just a big deal. It gives you hope. But if you fast forward the rest of the season and kind of look around, I mean, if Embiid gets his legs together, becomes like a part of the offense, because he still draws doubles. Like, you still got to double him down low, right? Like, he's still talented down low. Now, he'll work his way. I mean, obviously he was at the perimeter most of the game, but he'll work his way down low, and that just helps spacing. And then you get George back. See, and here's the thing, what I would look at. When George comes back, I like Barlow. I think Barlow is the perfect kind of four-man with that group. He doesn't need the basketball. He goes and hunts it. He's a good rebounder. He's got a nose for the ball. He could pass it, too. He had 5 dimes last night. He made some nice passes. Like, he fits on the floor. I don't know. I mean, I can't believe they unearthed him. But, you know, it's one game. But I like the way, I like his role. Like, in my mind's eye, you see roles, right? Close my eyes, I see the roles of everyone. And he's perfect for that. And then you can move Oubre to the bench. Oubre can't start in this league, right? You go him to the bench, you would have McCain, Grimes, Oubre coming off the bench with Bona. You know, listen, that's not bad. It's not a bad bench at all. I'm excited. I was like pumped up last night. I was playing the song. We can't play it. It's the only bad thing is on YouTube. We can't play the song, but play it all day, baby. Good morning, VJ.
Man, what a fun night to be a Sixers fan.
I gotta give you flowers, dude. Like you called it.
I don't know. When I watched him, he jumped through the roof, man. His athleticism, and you thought I got mocked. I said he'd be a perennial all-star. I thought that was like 2-3 years down the road. His shot is still slow.
You get mocked, but you got like
I got beat up a little bit.
You get beat up. You stop being sensitive.
His shot gotten quicker.
I'm trying to give him flowers.
Go for that.
I'm trying to give him flowers. Be
festy. You got it right. Yeah, I know I did it.
I'm giving him pump.
Come on.
It's one game.
Don't be like, oh, yeah.
You got to take it slow. I don't want to get crazy.
No,
they're going to scheme against them differently now. Like,
it's not even that. Not even scheming. Like to your point, what you saw, here's what I didn't see. I didn't see as polished as he is as a shooter. And he's kind of
the one thing I didn't understand. Everyone was knocking his shot. So catching like clean catch and shoot. He's been good. Gets in a rhythm.
His only thing is his release is a little slow. That's it.
Yeah, and they've quickened it up. It's quicker than it was. I mean, I think he averaged like 33 for the year. But if you look from January on, he averaged almost 43 from 3. He really he gets better. This kid just gets better.
Yeah,
and I guarantee you,
baby.
I guarantee you, after those free throws where they were busting his stones, oh, you got nervous. I guarantee he's in the gym early this morning shooting free throws.
Yeah,
that's the way this kid is.
And that's the thing that you love about him is that the kid's a dog. Like he's exactly the kind of kid you want on your team.
So like afterwards, he's like, oh, talking about Joe. Joe's gonna come help us out. Joe this and Maxie.
No, he's a great kid.
Damn likable.
No, between the two of them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, him and Maxie,
dude.
Are you kidding me?
It is.
They're like the Sixers. Man,
this is going to be fun.
This was fortunate, like really a stroke of good fortune because those kids together are going to be beloved here. This could be you want to talk about a backcourt that you love?
Yeah, dude. Just watching it.
First, they're going to go. Their rotation is going to be 6 guards.
I'm here for it, man. At least they're active. They're fun, and I mean. There's something going on in the energy. VJ brings some of that energy. He's fighting for rebounds and balls on the ground. Barlow's, they're doing dirty work. They got a bunch of dirty work guys who aren't just like slugs with slow and physical. They're players, man. They're like, I don't know. You see these guys on the court. These are players. And
yeah, they are. The thing that struck me was how strong he is. Like going to the rim.
Oh, come on,
dude. Like nobody's stopping.
I mean, he's a little out of control. He's got to get it under control. I think sometimes his brain's a little too fast. Like when he's on the dribble, it'll slow down.
But you know what? Like that stuff you can't teach.
No.
I mean, my God, I love that. I'll take that all day long. I want you to think that you just go.
Oh, you think he's Superman
anytime you want?
Yeah,
like that because you shoot a little bit, they got to come out and guard you.
Yeah.
Ah, my God. I was like, it was a blast. I had a great time watching that kid play ball.
It was fun.
And I'm a huge Maxey fan, like we all are. And so
two of them together, dude.
I mean, I love that.
Yeah.
Having the two of them together is freaking unbelievable.
2 flashes out there.
Yes.
Maxey's step back 3 is so
Dude, he
nice.
came in with purpose, man.
Oh, he was draining them.
He came in.
That fourth quarter at the end. Like
7
that run.
for 9.
Yeah.
Man.
7. He drained 7 threes last night. 7 for 9. Are you kidding me? Like we've seen his range just get deeper and deeper, and you just look at him, man. He's gonna have a huge year.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna have a monster season.
Oh yeah. Let's get them a new center, and then they're good to go.
listen, give the man. It's his first game in 290 days. Like
they got a lot of talent on this team with these young guys. You get somebody
much improved.
You get the
in
cement.
2 weeks.
Dude, come on. Dude.
He's going to be much better in 2 weeks.
You come on. You have some perspective. I mean, you know.
Where are they going to get a new center?
I mean, come on, stop.
Get a new
center. Yeah, hold on. Let me just trade it.
Run over to Costco. Get a new center.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the center tree right next to the apple tree and pull one off.
And what I like too, mentality-wise, Janai Broom doesn't play a minute. He's like a giddy kid on the bench at the end when they get the lead and VJ's going to the foul line. And like Embiid's throwing water on VJ. Like there's a good mood with the team right now.
Good energy.
Yeah, feels good.
Well, Maxey and him have great energy.
Yeah, I think the two of them can overcome the mope. Yes.
You're the mope antidote.
Yes.
They got him going. Like I think, listen, knowing Embiid, right? Like, listen, I love Embiid. I always will. I always think he was a great talent, no matter what. His obvious that he was immature, right? And so when you have a bad game, you lose him, right? Like he was lost.
Yeah.
And here he is going 1 for 9 and playing only 20 minutes, and he was into it.
Yes.
Like, he was into it.
Yes.
And that is important. Like, that is so important.
Yeah, because you know that mope's infectious.
It is. But he didn't mope. Like, he was into it.
He was so happy at the end for VJ when he's getting interviewed.
Like, and I think there's maturity there with him. Mm-hmm. And I do. I think the energy of those kids won him over.
Well, Joe Rockhead's nice, too. You saw some clips. Lowry looks like he was coaching the young kids, too, getting them, whispering in their ears and stuff on the side. Yeah.
I got to tell you, I was very just
had
so much fun, man.
Just hate the face guys.
Everyone.
White, Hauser. It's like, oh, my God, I hate looking at all these guys.
Now, Boston, it's amazing how much you hate them.
Through the years, they've always had hate the face guys.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It really is.
Yeah, I don't know where Barlow came from. Maybe they got him at Costco, but man, he's all right. He's all right.
Dude, what you love about him, and Tasecake Dom was right about him, called him Reggie Evans. Like, he was right on, like, that energy. Reggie Evans is a little clumsy, right?
Yeah,
he's not clumsy, right? He's got, like, his handle, when I say not dribbling, but how he handles the ball.
He's got nice soft basketball hands.
Right, like you can look at his passing, right? His passing was legitimate. Like, it actually, he actually does. He has soft hands. He got good athletic hands.
Mm-hmm.
And his feet are everything, right? And what you saw from him, I got to tell you, I like him. And I like him in the starting lineup when George comes back.
I don't know how PG's going to feel coming off the bench.
No. Oubre's off the bench.
All right.
No, Paul. No.
All right, I see what you're saying.
Oubre's on the bench.
All right, yeah.
I hate Oubre. I mean, I'm like
he's too inconsistent for his skill set. He's like a seventh man.
He stinks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never liked him. I think he's soft. I'm not a fan.
He's definitely soft.
I've never been a fan of the kid. God bless him, right? But I don't like his game. That's all. I never liked his game.
Sometimes there's a good 12 points, and then there's Oubre.
No, he's the typical on a bad team to put up stats.
Yeah,
that's what he is. Bring him on. He's a second unit guy, right? Where he doesn't have to play defense, and he just goes out. Barlow starts. Oubre off the bench. Grimes off the bench. Let that second unit go run up and down the floor, score some points, play no defense, and do how they play.
Also last night, just to get into this team, like Paul George was the only guy left on the court. He waited for VJ's interview, congratulated him, came off with him. And I think PG, when he sees the fun they're having out there, he's going to be like, yo, I want to get in on this.
That was my theory yesterday.
These kids are going.
My theory yesterday was he's going to see this.
Yeah. But even if Embiid can't go, he's going to be like, yo, these kids got something going. Let's go.
Look, it had the same effect on Embiid. So if it has the same effect on Embiid, it's going to have it on George, because he's going to look at it and go, all right, well, we got a shot. We're going to be competitive. The whole idea of, and listen, I can't even blame the dude. If your team's not competitive and you're in your 30s, like it's hard to come out and bust it every night, right? Like it just is.
Yeah.
It's human nature. But they're gonna with their energy, the PG will buy in. Listen, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun season. Between the Flyers and the Sixers.
Oh yeah.
Young talent.
I mean,
legit stuff.
It's gonna be a good year, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Something to watch, something to enjoy, something to grow with. Young players, it's a big deal. All right, we got plenty to do today. Coming up, EJ to go over the Birds Week. Kevin, our hometown hero, Kevin Negandhi.
He was all fired up on Twitter last night.
I know he loves it. He loves it. I was excited to have talked to him today about this. Mike Sielski, our man Mikey, and the Geek. So we got plenty of stuff to go over your fantasy weekend. Plenty of stuff to go over. All right. Let's take care of some business and then get some Eagles updates, shall we? Let's talk about Xfinity. I was joining a little NBA last night with some Xfinity internet. Yes, I love my Xfinity setup, man. I do. I love it. There's nothing better than Xfinity Sports and having all my games everywhere. I get the wrong copy. All my games are everywhere on Xfinity Sports. I don't even need it because I am a Comcast cable guy, right? So I have my Xfinity.
I know. I peeked through your window. I seen your nice setup.
I do. It's actually decent.
Yeah.
Because I love sports. I love watching sports. It's my vocation, but it's my life, right? Yeah. And so if you're that, you want to make sure that your setup is right. So I got
I've never seen buffering at your place when I look through the window.
No, I don't have to switch between the apps and all that stuff. Like it's actually so seamless. And with the 4K, it feels like I'm actually in the arena. Yeah. Like I felt like I was in Boston last night. Like no joke. And then like sometimes college football, I saw it last night in the NBA. I have 4 games on. I got games every hockey.
Multi-view?
The multi-view is spectacular, right? If you're a sports fan, you got to get Xfinity. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. All right. It's the greatest play. You want to fan correctly with Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Let's talk about Cherry Hill Mitsubishi. Yes, Cherry Hill Mitsubishi, a folk auto dealership. It's my man Bill. All right. Go see Bill. He's got some incredible Mitsubishis for you. The most affordable 7-passenger SUV in America, that would be the Outlander. Oh, the Outlander. Take advantage of the year-end sales event. 0% for 60 months APR financing on the entire 2025 Mitsubishi lineup. All right? Now, that's for PA residents only. All right? Offers valid, not valid with a trade-in. Subject to credit approval by third party. Not all applicants may qualify, but listen, if you can, this thing's unbelievable. I mean, 0% for 60 months APR financing. You get the entire Mitsubishi lineup. I mean, that's incredible stuff. The Mitsubishi, J.D. Power says, #1 of all SUV owners are Mitsubishis. So check it out. Combine that, the best warranty in the automotive business, 10 years, 100,000-mile powertrain, 2 years of included limited maintenance, 5 years roadside assistance. My God, you got it all. Come in, talk to Bill, all right? And tell him PHLY sent you, going to give you the cuts discount. A big time. I'm telling you, it's going to be great. Yeah, you can check them out online, cherryhillmitsubishi.com. That's cherryhillmitsubishi.com. I know people buy Mitsubishis elsewhere. I just don't know why.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know what they're doing.
Dante said that. My man Dante from Cherry Hill Jeep was like, dude, you should say, I don't know why people buy elsewhere. I'm like, that's genius.
Yeah.
It's a genius tagline.
Yeah, I'm confused by it.
Because it's real.
I'm not confused by the tagline. I'm confused by why people buy elsewhere.
I know. All right, let us go to the All PHLY Bird Show. We love him. Oh, he's fantastic. Covers you got to read him. You got to watch him. He's our man, E.J. Smith, on the Xfinity mobile call-in line.
Give me that E, give me a J, give me an E.J. Give
VJ.
How we doing, guys? Good morning.
Happy VJ Day.
Oh man, VJ was electric last night. That was awesome. It was good, like you guys said, it was good vibes around the team, which is that's what we need right now. We need a positive Sixers season.
Yeah, I'm with you. And energy, like you know about energy. Energy's so important no matter what sport, no matter what team. It's all about what kind of energy that you have. And I'm with you. Hey, we don't have a ton of time today, so we got a lot of business to get to. First of all, the injury report was packed yesterday. Let's go through it. Yeah,
so AJ Brown was out with a hamstring. He was at practice. He was off to the side talking with Dom DeSandro. But yeah, no, he was sidelined with a hamstring injury. I mean, I think today will be an important day. I think it's especially as we go through these, it's important to remember, like, this is what the injury report starts to look like mid-season on a Wednesday. They like, even like Landon Dickerson was limited today or yesterday. And I think a lot of times they want to manage these guys. They want to give them a day if they can. So I'll be really looking to see if AJ's out there today in any capacity. Adoree Jackson was out with a concussion. I think this might be a Keely Ringo week. I mean, even if Adoree Jackson can come back, yeah, I know. Even if Adoree Jackson can come back by the end of the week here, you know, Vic really values having those guys in there for team reps throughout the week. So I think that's probably not a good sign for Adoree playing against the Giants, which, you know, Vic said that he's been playing better. So I think that is obviously a big blow to the secondary. And then Cam Jurgens out with a knee injury, did not practice on Wednesday. That's another one where it feels like they're going to have to account for what the plan is without him. I think it'll be interesting to see what it is because, they have some options there. Obviously, Toth was in there against the Vikings, but you can move some things around midweek if you have the week to prepare here. So from there, Azeez Ojulari didn't practice with a hamstring. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Didn't practice with an ankle injury. And then some of the guys who were limited, like I mentioned, Landon Dickerson, Dallas Goedert with a calf, Moro Ojomo with a shoulder injury, and Jacorian Bennett with a pec injury. And that he's coming off of IR, so that's why he's listed as limited. And then our guy BG, full participant.
So let me ask you about the O-line. What do you see it looking like?
Yeah, it's interesting. So I feel like based off of what we saw in training camp, I almost wonder if Drew Kendall could figure into that center picture. I think that's one way you could go. You wouldn't want him as the game day backup because he doesn't have positional versatility like Brett Toth. But if you have the whole week to prepare, I do wonder if they've seen enough from him behind the scenes to put him at center. The other option that you have is you put Landon at center and you put Matt Pryor at left guard. I know Pryor was shaky at tackle. I think he's more comfortable at guard.
I agree.
Yeah, so I think that would be a good option for him as well. Again, like, these are things you might not want to do in the heat of a game, in the flow of a game, but if you have the week to prepare and set it to the way that you want it, I think that, that starts to bring those options in play. I would probably lean toward Landon at center and Pryor.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think that's
probably
your best five with Jurgens out, but that's without knowing what Kendall's looked like the last couple of months. If they, I just don't.
I don't know anything about him, and my inclination is not to trust a rookie like that in that spot. Landon,
yeah, I know.
I can always make up for the guard spot, and I'm with you on Pryor. Like, I think Pryor is much more a guard than a tackle.
Yeah. And I mean, it's important to remember, like, this Giants front's very, very good. I mean, they've got talent all across the board. You don't, like, maybe this isn't the week to put Drew Kendall up against Dexter Lawrence for an entire game and hope that it goes well. So, yeah, I think if Jurgens is out, I think Landon at center and Pryor at left guard, even just for that matchup specifically, I feel like you feel better about Landon being that guy who has to hold up against Lawrence at the nose. So, yeah, I think it makes sense that way.
What did you make of the AJ tweet? People have been asking me. I just kind of slough it off, but I have to ask you.
Yeah, I mean, all of this is in line with what's been going on all season. And the thing is, like, I don't like to operate in the business of, like, social media captions because, I do get to talk to these guys, if they talk, and I try to get insight when I talk to them. So I try to really more, like, focus on the conversations that I have with them more than, like, the social media cryptic stuff. But I mean, I've written about it a couple of times now. Like, AJ has been frustrated with the way the offense has looked. He's been pushing for it to look a certain way. I felt like it did look the way that he's been pushing for against the Vikings. And
I think that's everybody did. That's why everybody was surprised by the tweet.
Yeah, and I really don't know what the frustration. Obviously, like the broadcast caught him pretty fired up after catching the second touchdown pass. Maybe it was like the frustration that it took as long as it did. Maybe it was the frustration that, obviously I wrote the week before that he had sort of changed his approach. Like, he was willing to kind of kick up dust and, be the bad guy in the room to push for the offense to look a certain way. It seemed like he kind of gave up on doing that. And then the offense starts to look that way. I mean, really at this point, like all I can say is that this has been going on all season. This is something where AJ has been consistently frustrated behind the scenes, and I think that these are the hints of that frustration. And I mean, yeah, I think you wish you would have hoped that the way the Vikings game went, he would have been happy with the result of all that frustration leading to something. But yeah, I mean, I look forward to hearing from him at some point this week. And again, the caption itself, I'm not good at cryptic Instagram or social media captions here.
I know. I people are asking me, and I just go, whatever. I slough it off. I'm like,
yeah,
whatever. I mean, I get why people are saying it, because it comes after you score twice, after you have a nice game. Like, it looked like the past game.
The one thing I don't know if people realize is like, and I really do, I mean, I talk to enough guys where I feel confident in saying that like, this doesn't make as many waves in the Eagles locker room as you might expect, especially now. Like, they know who AJ is. They know like this is part of what you get with him. I think like the fan base reaction and the internal reaction, at least the player reaction, I think they are different. I think that
agree.
Whether AJ is understood all the time, I think we could have a good conversation about. Like, I don't know if that's always the case, but I don't think that the Eagles players are all on their phones seeing AJ's Instagram caption and like letting it really affect their day. I think that that's important to point out.
Yeah. I agree. Let's look ahead real quick to this game, because without these injuries, I'm thinking, listen, there's no way in the world that the Giants are going to come here and win. Like, it's hard to beat a team twice in 3 weeks, let alone the lesser of the team, right? Like, the lesser of the two teams, you're going to pull off 2 upsets in 3 weeks, especially with them coming off of that horrific loss in Denver. Like, that's a gut punch, kick in the groin type of game in altitude. Now you got to come back, gear it up again. I mean, it's a terrible spot for the Giants.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the vibes around the team, the momentum that both of these teams had going into that Thursday night game, it's almost flipped now. It's like the Eagles are coming off of a game where they made real progress in the passing game, showed some things that maybe they are starting to find that identity on offense. And, on the flip side, like the Giants are coming off a crushing defeat where they've got, internal, like, oh, Brian Burns coming off the field, all frustrated, everything like that. So I do think that there's a big flip there. And even if there weren't, I think you're right. Like, injuries aside, we don't know exactly who will play, but I feel like the like on paper advantages that the Eagles have here are still pretty apparent. So yeah, but honestly, it's a big spot in the season because I mean, I know that like we talked last week about if they go into the bye 5-3, you feel okay about that. But I mean, realistically, like to kind of keep this thing going after the way the Vikings game went for the offense, I think will be important because of all this, the intangible dynamic stuff that we've talked about the last few weeks. I think it'll be important for them to figure out a way. I mean, to figure out a way to get right against the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a huge difference between 6-2 and 5-3. All right, like especially look at who you got coming out of the bye with Detroit and Green Bay.
Yep, yeah, and Detroit's starting to really come into shape here. Like they look legit this year. I think we had our doubts preseason about them. The coordinator changes some of the moves across the offensive line, but they look like a legitimate team that's going to challenge the Eagles. And obviously the Packers, we see how talented they are. So I think we're starting to see that race take shape. And yeah, I think like there's been like a little bit of chatter, about like the Eagles, like the 1-score games and, the way that it's looked and if this is a sustainable way for the team to win games. And I don't put a ton of stock into that just because they've played good teams. And honestly, I think they still are figuring a lot of stuff out offensively. But like if you lose 2 games to the Giants, you know, in your first 8 weeks here, like now that's starting to become a real conversation about, you know, is there a regression to the mean coming? So no, it's going to be a really instructive test for how this team kind of navigates the stretch of the season.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, we see any. I'm a big fan of this 6-0 lineman. You think we see more of it this week, EJ?
Yeah, I like it. Especially if you don't have like a dirty work tight end that you
Yeah.
trust. You know, I think it makes a lot of
And they
sense.
don't.
And
No.
yeah, exactly. Now maybe they address that at the trade deadline. I have 15 mock trades up on allphly.com right now. That includes some.
I love that.
Yeah, it includes some dirty work tight ends. You maybe upgrade that secondary tight end spot. But yeah, no, I think in the meantime, like I think they've found this identity. I think that the under center looks, the offensive lineman. I mean, I remember years ago talking to Jason Kelsey about, you know, how fullbacks were becoming more in vogue and how the offensive line just really prefers the angles that you get from under center looks. And Jordan Mailata was talking about that yesterday as well. Like, you know, it's a lot easier to run out of those under center looks. So if you feel like your run game's not quite there, especially with the lack of like quarterback inclusive runs that we have seen from the Eagles this season, I think that they need to be an under center run team. And then the fact that they already are kind of able to rip off explosive plays, you know, punish teams that sell out to stop the run out of those looks, I think that's really encouraging. I think that there is an argument to be made that this year's Eagles offense is maybe more like layups and threes is what they keep calling it, right? And I think like that in the passing game, that might be your best formula is like to hunt explosive plays, hunt the deep shots, and then try to.
Well, that's your quarterback's strength. Like Jalen, that's his strength is those home run plays. He throws it. We know we've always say he throws a great deep ball, so you should lean into it. I was happy that he embraced the under center thing.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge, especially again, like I can't keep harping enough on like the fact that we don't see very many zone reads, you know, from the Eagles offense anymore. We don't see very many quarterback inclusive runs. You know, they had the one against the Giants.
I don't think he wants to run anymore.
Yeah, you know, I asked him about it yesterday, and he kind of made it more about like the flow of games with him and Kevin Patullo. So yeah, I get the sense that something's going on there, you know, with the lack of quarterback run game. Absolutely. But if you're not going to do it, then you can't be a gun run team anymore. You know, if you don't have that backside threat, it's like we spent years hearing from offensive linemen and running backs that came through the Eagles, like that said, like the quarterback element of the run game makes it, you know, it is huge. It opens things up so much. If they're not going to do it, then an under center run game might be your best bet. And I think we will see that they'll keep leaning into that. And I think that that's their best bet at getting the run game going.
My brother, thank you so much. As always, what are we looking forward to?
Yeah, we got 2:00 PHLY Eagle show with Fran. Yeah, he's gonna go through the matchup, and then yeah, we got plenty of good stuff. The professor on tomorrow on Friday, Deniz, he's gonna go through the matchup as well. So we'll have a lot of game preview stuff. We'll have some stories on the site. It'll be a good week.
Looking forward to it as always. Thanks, my brother. You're the best.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Jay Smith.
Former NBA player and coach Damon Jones has also been charged in illegal gambling. They've got 3 people so far.
It's unbelievable. The FBI, it's like a sweep.
I guess Pablo Torres' podcast has been all over this, and they've been expecting this for a while now.
Really, Chauncey Billups was the eye opener.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, Chauncey Billups.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean Chauncey.
What are we doing?
But I don't think
You can play poker everywhere.
This is
Why
gonna
do you
get
need a poker ring?
messy.
Well, I to this day in the world, like, what do you do? It's the executive game. Like, you're going to arrest a guy for playing an executive game? I don't. It has to be more. And then you saw it happen with Rozier. And
someone's compiled a clip of Rozier in one game. Oh my God, the passes and the turnovers he's doing.
It's scary.
Oh, man.
Trump bets goodbye.
Yeah, at some point, yeah, those things will go.
Yeah.
I think those things will go. All right, we got a treat. Every Thursday we talk to him. And I know what kind he bleeds 4 for 4. He bleeds Philadelphia. And I know he was excited last night to watch VJ. That's it. Our man, hometown hero on the Xfinity mobile calling line, Kevin Negandhi. Here he is. yeah, 6-0. Oh,
Hey, I didn't have a lot of time to wear this last year, so I'm leaning into it this year. Night one.
You look good, man.
Love it.
It's a great hat, too. You look great.
I love this hat.
Yeah.
I love this hat.
So the kid, dude, like we like the kid. We like the pick. But
I love the pick.
I mean, honestly, I didn't see him being able to shoot the ball like I didn't see. Like I knew the kid had stones, but my God, he was not shy. You loved it, man.
How about 14 points in the first quarter in Boston in your NBA debut? I also, and I love that Tyrese gave him the business in the locker room about missing those 2 free throws in the final 10 seconds. But he hit those other 2 free throws just a few minutes earlier, and he wasn't afraid to have the ball in a moment, right? It's just great to see. It gives us hope. It takes some pressure off of Tyrese. Just protect him. As I said with Tyrese, protect him at all costs. These 2 are the building blocks. I got it from an NBA insider last night. He's like, real deal. Understand that they're going to build around these 2 guys, Tyrese and VJ. And
I mean, listen, you gotta first of all, they fit together so well. That's the beauty of it, is that they fit together, and the 2 of them with their both have the same energy. It's great energy. Yes, great energy. That's a great way to describe both of them. And Tyrese needed somebody to match his energy, right? I actually think VJ, for his skill set and how young he is, he already sees the floor really well. He does. And that is a big deal, man. I can't stress enough of that. The Sixers haven't had many guys that see the floor really well after losing Ben Simmons. But Ben was afraid of his shadow. VJ isn't. So this is a great start. I was mildly just down when I saw the second half run, and I was like, here we go. And I was getting really annoyed how the Celtics were in that fourth quarter were just dominating in the middle. And we see who's sitting on the bench, and I'm like, well, this is unbelievable. But I was like, it's game one. It's game one. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get frustrated. There was fight. There was fight in those young guys. I know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh, come on, man. He's got to give me a little something. Like, just be out there, 20 minutes. Yeah. You know what's really cool? I can't stand it, but it's really cool afterwards. I have to listen to the Celtics broadcast because where I live. Right. Oh. It's really cool to hear the post game and Scalabrine he was like, I knew that kid was a star. I knew Tyrese was a star. I knew VJ was going to be a steal. Like, the Celtics' first 15 minutes of their broadcast was about those 2 guys, the backcourt of the Sixers. And I was like, this is pretty cool to hear. Yeah. And especially a rival in the Eastern Conference. Scal's a Philadelphia hater. Yes, he is. And they both – Scal said it specifically. He was like, you mean to tell me you got Embiid and Paul George $100 million on the bench watching this game, and these 2 guys are the ones that did it? And I was like, it's good to hear. It's good to hear from the outside, not just our own echo chambers. It was funny. I was like you. I was texting my cousin, and we were going back and forth. And he's like, dude, you know what's amazing with him about VJ? He's no dancer, right? Like, he gets the ball and he goes in a straight line to the rim. Mm-hmm. And it's the truth. He's so violent with his finish. Like, he's at the rim strong, man. He's got strong hands. He plays purposefully. Like, yes. And that, like, from a young player, that's not common. He's an attacker, like you said, and he knows how to finish. Yeah. And early in your career, when you're still trying to figure out a jump shot, I mean, he went, 5 of 13 from 3? Well, fine. I'll take it, yeah. Fine. But he also knows how to finish in the lane, and then if you can't, you go to the line.
That's kind of what you want. You want to continue to play aggressive, especially with Tyrese developing that 3-point shot and playing so well. It really, really helps. And, and I know you were down on Grimes. The one thing I really liked about Grimes last night, I'm just going to say this. When Tyrese is off the floor to catch a breath, you have some offense a little bit there.
I agree.
Grimes
You're right.
missed a free throw, and I was like, you can't miss that free throw.
Yeah.
It didn't bite us, but it is one of those things that we won't see a massive drop-off if Tyrese is off the floor when you have Grimes out there just facilitating and finding a way.
Yes.
He's a bucket getter. And in certain times, you just need bucket getters, especially when we've seen this offense over the last few years. Who's a bucket getter? I want to say one other thing, too. I love watching Kelly Oubre. I love watching Kelly Oubre. And I was watching my 13-year-old last night, and I was like, the cool thing about Kelly is whether he makes the right play or not, the intention is always there to get involved, to mix it up, dive for the loose ball on both ends of the floor. And I said, I just love that he understands he's a glue guy. I know you're not a fan. I could see your face.
That is very interesting.
I'll be honest with you.
Very interesting.
You and I
need popcorn for this one.
You and I never, we always see things similarly. Like, I hate his game. I hate his game. In fact, I like Barlow, and I love Barlow's energy and his dirty work. And the minute George comes back, I push Oubre to the second unit, and then I have Oubre, Grimes, and just go play no defense and go get buckets.
I like Kelly. I think he tries his ass off, and that's all I can ask for.
On the other side of the floor?
I think he's always around. He's always trying to mix it up. And no matter what, it's like, I felt like he gave quality minutes late in that game. I really do. I felt like he gave. Now, I was a little frustrated on the Pritchard play, having that wide open look, but they were going for the loose ball. So
his basketball IQ is not the highest. Like I just look at it like
you and I disagree on one thing, and that's okay. We agree on 99 other things.
But I was going to bring this up to you. I'm curious how you would play rotationally. Like, I liked Barlow. I thought Barlow is the perfect kind of kid that doesn't need the ball, that will do dirty work for you, and would fit the starting line. Like, I like the rotation. And to your point about Oubre, like, he could score. And with Grimes, if you match Grimes, Oubre, Boner to get rebounds, all of a sudden your bench, like McCain gets healthy, like your bench, that second unit will keep you in the game and can score buckets for you.
That's all you want, right? The frustrating part about Barlow, and I understand he's young, kid is just trying to jump out of a gym.
I know.
The defense was atrocious. I was like, I know. Wait a second.
But you need somebody to board. You got to next to Embiid, you need somebody that can rebound.
Without question.
And Bona's as bad as Barlow can be like that, Bona's 10 times worse, right? So I need somebody who can rebound. And
you're right.
This way I'll deal with it. And I think the kid will grow. Like, I think the kid's got a knack for the ball, and I think he can grow into that role.
And you're right. The one thing that you've seen about the team, and Daryl got the message, I think, is they're younger and, hey, we're going to run. We're not going to plod. We're not going to wait for 21 to get down the floor.
Right.
We're going to run. We need to build this team around Maxey to run the floor and figure out, let's just get gazelles and let's get tall. And I think that we've seen that. They've gotten younger. He realized that stuff ain't working with, like, trying to patch this through with a bunch of 35-year-old guys for a run. Let's just run the floor no matter what.
Flash and dash, man. No, I mean,
yeah.
And the two of them together is just magic, man. It's magical. It really is.
It's a good start.
So, all right. So there's so much I want to talk to you about. All right. I keep looking at the clock. I'm going, oh, damn. Right. All right. So Birds. All right. Let's move over to Eagles. And first of all, how'd you feel Sunday and seeing what you saw in the past game?
It was nice to see that Jalen. First off, I was very happy with the beginning of the game and the play call. And when you can do a little bit, just a little bit of under center and play action, it changes how they defend you. It completely changes how they defend you, right? So that to me was rewarding. That, hey, we're not going to abandon this. We're going to run. And by doing that, I think it opens up things. I can't fathom the routes in this scheme. It drives me nuts, but I'm not going to harp on that.
The scramble drill actually for once looked proper.
Yes, it did. And clearly they just say, hey, our stars are better than your stars. We're going to win on the one-on-one matchups, right? We'll get by and figure that out. They should do that again against the Giants, right? Because our guys are better than your guys, and we're going to win the one-on-one matchups. When you get a little bit deeper into the season, I hope that this was just kind of a building block. I feel like Saquon's going to break free and have a big game. And they should stay consistent and give him a try, right? Like, he wants the ball. He's frustrated. And give him the work. So that's kind of how I view it. When you run play action and you can run the ball and you go under center, you're going to get looks for Smitty. You're going to get the deep ball, which is Jalen throws a really good deep ball. And this time it was accurate this week. It wasn't a couple weeks ago, right? So we'll take that. They needed that mini bye. They need to handle their business this weekend and shut all that garbage and then go into the bye and just say, all right, let's get right. Let's get right for the second half of the season. It was a win that gave us some hope. Let's build off of that. And I want to say one other thing. Like, we talked about this last week. We hadn't had the best of Jalen Carter. Even when Jalen Carter is not giving you your best, man, he changes everything, man. Holy cow.
Dude, you're so right.
He changed everything just by pushing the pile into the backfield. He changes everything. So
you're spot on with that. He does change everything, just on the field. And thank God, Kev, we couldn't stomach losing the Wentz.
No,
I mean,
man.
That would have been bad.
Man, the Wentz experience, I don't miss it. He kept on missing Addison.
Right.
He's
got a touchdown, a walk-in touchdown. What are you doing? You know what's weird about him? He's got these blind spots where he doesn't see guys.
Yeah, I really think the hits and the wiring on any quarterback that he went through, like there was like some flashbacks where I'm like, oh my God, there's the greatness of Wentz. Oh my God, there's the mobility of Wentz. Oh my God, there's the awful decisions of Wentz. Oh my God, that intentional grounding in the red zone. I'm like, oh my God, they're the brain farts of Wentz. And then there's the unexplainable pass where you're like, what do you, we'll take it. Holy cow, you just gave us a break there. I am a little concerned about one thing, and I saw it a couple times. Q's not right.
Yeah, well, to him, he's tough,
Clearly.
I know.
And I will take Q not being right over the other side, but that's a concern.
Right.
That's a concern.
Cooper was awesome on Sunday.
He was great. He was great. And if they can get a cornerback that can just be adequate on the other side, you're good. I would explore the trade market, but maybe one thing equals the other. Maybe getting a defensive pass rusher will help the secondary, or getting an extra guy like who knows if they were to even go after a guy like Denzel Ward with the Browns, and that changes everything. The problem is if the Bengals keep winning, then you lose the idea of Hendrickson. So
Totally.
all that stuff plays a role here.
Totally. Hey, were you surprised that Flores didn't play a lot of cloud and didn't try to flood more?
I completely agree with you that Flores, I was prepared for Flores to confuse and throw a whole bunch of stuff out there and mix it up and have guys sneak up. I was stunned like that they felt, and we miss him because I think he'd be the adequate cornerback. I was stunned that they gave so many one-on-ones with Isaiah Rodgers.
I know.
I was stunned by that. Like, I couldn't get over, like, wait, you think AJ versus Isaiah is the battle that you're going to win?
It's insane. I was thinking just like you, brother.
Yeah.
Man. All right. I got to ask you about college for a second because all of a sudden we're going to the NBA G League to sign talent. Now, it's feeling very like uneasy around college sports. You got the gambling thing that's already hitting the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Which is everybody's frightened of when it comes to college.
Yeah.
And now you got like the Wild West of let's go get G League players. Izzo freaks out yesterday. Like, what are we doing here?
Yep.
How do you make what do you make of it?
There's a reason why many of these coaches are like, I'm good. I've seen enough. There's a reason why Jay Wright is happy where he's at, because it's just completely changed. And the NCAA is just, somebody will fix it. We won't. I couldn't believe that they allowed G League players that, like, I mean, we all knew that it's not amateur sports, but you couldn't be more apparent about the process of where this college basketball scene is. And maybe the whole philosophy is like, hey, we got to continue to build this whole process here with the G League and have guys that are relevant in college sports so they don't do the one and dones that you can. That's the one thing the NFL, 3 years no matter what, right? I'm stunned by it, and I'm scared, like you said, about whenever Pandora's box opens up about gambling in college. We've seen some rumblings. We've seen it happen a couple years ago with like 5 to 10 schools, and I'm
including
scared
ours
about what the reality is.
Yeah, it is. What's scary too when you think about it is like to the NCAA came out with a rule yesterday, which is you're allowed to gamble on professional sports because there must be so many cases of betting that they're like, we just got to narrow it to college because they're all going to do it. Like when you get in bed with this and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's in your face, right? Like
yes.
Every league.
And you're 18, 19 years old. Like, shoot. I
and
remember
you're competitive, right? Like
money, cash, not, and let alone just hey, it's easy transaction on my phone. Boom. I can do whatever I want. I don't feel it, right? Here's the thing that the layers on this whole, you can bet in professional sports that's like scary. All right. I'm going to use an example. Could be a one and done kid from a blue blood program. And that kid goes in the NBA draft. And then he's calling his buddies that he played with last year. Yo, listen, this is what's happening tonight going into this game. And his buddies are in college on the team he just left. And they're like, well, shoot, let's make some quick money here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they're going to tell somebody else, or there's a one and done kid that played AAU on the AAU circuit. And a couple kids don't get the chance to get to, stick in college. He's telling it's bad, man.
It's
bad.
It is.
It's not good.
I mean, and then both layers, you have on one side the gambling thing, on the other side is like we're headed to the billionaires and private equity owning college programs and creating almost a second professional layer beneath it. I mean, that's what it is. That's where it's headed.
Yeah. The private equity stuff, with the Big Ten, we're well on our way. We're well on your and what I don't think these presidents fully grasp. You go for the quick money now, right? It's a $50 to $100 million surplus. Boom, you have it. But what you're giving away control, because once you give it to private equity, they can dictate a lot more than what you thought you could.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what we're doing. We already gave you the money, right? This is how we're going to do it. Like, I don't know, man. And I was stunned. Even a small little story that had a blip with Lombardi of North Carolina going to Saudi Arabia.
The Saudis.
Like
Yes.
what?
The Saudi
What?
money. Are you kidding me?
What is going on? Excuse me?
I mean, when I saw that piece that got very little coverage, I was like, wait a second. North Carolina and Mike Lombardi is going to the Saudi money for NIL? And look, they're like, we all know with Live Golf, the Saudis are dying to get involved in sports because they know it's the mecca of entertainment. Like, it's a great way. Wow, dude, it's crazy. Hey,
and the money there is endless.
Endless. So let's get it back to the one thing, the beauty of it. Saturday, I'm with you every Saturday, dude. Right? And I just love you. I when you and Boog and like, it's such like, it takes me away. Like, I don't feel all this stuff that we talk about. I'm just watching great competition, man. Great football. Vandy. I had a conversation with Matt Rule the other day. We were talking about like the new landscape of college football. And I know Nick Saban rails against it. And I love Nick, but look, the parity that we have now is because of the portal and all that stuff. And I got to tell you, I enjoy it. One loss doesn't cripple a season. Look at Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is a top 5 team in the country. Yep.
And you know what, Ant? These are knockout games, especially in the SEC. Like, so one loss doesn't end the season, but like LSU this weekend, they already got 2 losses, right? Like, you're done.
Yeah.
3 losses is the number, right? Especially if you're in the SEC and the Big 12. Like, you're done at 3 losses.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I think it's been really good. I love the whole thing, the whole experience. I will also say NIL has made sure, like, a team like Georgia is not as dominant. Now, athletically, they're not as dominant. Mentally, completely different. As Kirby said, you can't kill us. We're hard to kill, right? But the best player defensively in the entire conference plays in Missouri, and he was a Georgia guy. And he's on the defensive line. And that's where Georgia was factoring all these guys out. Like, hey, first-round picks, right? But eventually, a school like Missouri will have the money that Georgia may not because they're spreading it out everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think it makes it so much better for the sport. You see what Ole Miss has done. You got to get a little
Georgia
creative.
didn't get a stop until the midway of the 4th quarter.
And they still won because Ole Miss had 13 total yards in the 4th quarter. You can't kill them, right? So I just think it's great. And then you see what Bama's doing. Kalen DeBoer settling in. Ryan Grubb's addition. Don't sleep on what he has done in his first year with Ty Simpson. It's been great, man. It's been really, really good. And shout out to Indiana and Ohio State. Put their heads down. They just keep winning. I think it's going to set up a really cool crash course in the Big 10 when you throw in Oregon.
I'm with you. What's your schedule this week?
Same deal. By the way, I have Trinidad Chambliss on the show tomorrow.
I love that
quarterback.
Kid. He's the quarterback
and his
from Ole
great
Miss.
Story.
What a story.
Obviously, we've got another triple header. We won all 3 windows last week on ABC. Had like over 11 million. With one of our games. So it's been really good.
Dude, the triple header rules.
Yeah, it is
the
great.
Greatest.
And I got to tell you, you brought up LSU. One of my favorite things is sitting next to my guy Boog and just watching him just Just stew at how awful the LSU offense looks the entire time.
What is it? Dude, I don't understand. Like, I like Nussmeier. Like, Nussmeier, but their offense, and that's it. I don't understand.
They look broken. So they look broken. They look, everything is hard. And I actually told Boog last week, I said, your offense looks like the Eagles' offense. Every single thing is hard.
Yes.
And one of the things that, Boog said was the quarterback's coach got promoted to be the OC. And I was like, wait a second, this sounds familiar. And he's like, and so as a result, when you have that and you have friendships, and I was like, wait, keep on going, because you're describing something that I'm experiencing in Philadelphia watching my offense and friendships. And he's like, and he's like, we just can't move the football. And I'm like, this sounds like literally spot on to what it's like as a Philadelphia Eagle fan watching the Eagles offense.
It does. It's the exact same thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. Brother, we love you, man. Thank you so much, man. Always great. VJ, baby, we got fun.
Hey, for one night, we could feel really good about the Sixers franchise, and I'm all in. I know the next guy, he'll probably throw some cold water on our conversation, but that's what he usually does.
He's the best.
With a smile. See
Love
you guys.
you, brother.
Be good.
Love me watching. Thanks, pal. Here he is, the great Kevin Negandhi. That's right. Mikey's up in the bullpen.
As you say, there's the Eagles practice today. Jihad Campbell was talking about BG. He was like his first practice back with BG. Jihad says, it was a vibe, man. That's the OG. Josh Uche, we needed that part of the engine back.
That's great. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. We love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Let's take care of some business, and I can't wait for our man, Mike Sielski, every week, one of the great voices of Philadelphia, and who's always keeping it real, man. That's why I have the utmost respect for Michael.
Is that what he does?
He does. He's right. Listen, he looks at things through logic, and he's real. It's what you're supposed to do as a columnist.
Yeah, through cranky old men glasses, he looks.
No, that's not right. All right, let's go to
Ace. Or no? Are we doing it?
Yeah, we'll do some Ace, and then we'll do some Bet Parks. Go ahead.
Yeah,
do
I
it.
don't want to step on your toes. I'm jumping the gun. I'm
Ace.
antsy over
Go
here.
ahead, do Ace.
All right, Ace Hardware Home Service.
Ace is the place.
I'm so excited to talk to you about it because they help people like me, and they're doing God's work. They're so good, these people. Because if you got an outlet you fixed last summer or a faucet that's stripping and you never got to it, Ace Hardware Home Services are there to help you out because they're not just the helpful hardware folks. They're also the helpful home service and repair folks from plumbing, heating, electrical, cooling. They got trusted pros. Keep your house humming all year long. They're bringing the helpful home, the helpful you love from the store, now to your front door, from Philly all the way down to the Jersey and Delaware shore. So Ace Hardware Home Services, they're local. They bring plumbers and techs, handle everything from repairs, seasonal maintenance, installations, upgrades. They listen to your goals. They work with you on your budget and what's best for your house. They give you free estimates on equipment installations, replacements, and they're local. Their teams live, they serve their communities. They live here. They're dedicated to keeping their neighbors comfortable in their own homes. So if you got something that needs fixing, don't do it yourself. Don't hesitate. Call or visit Ace Hardware Home Services online at acehardwarehomeservices.com and get started on that next home repair project.
All right, let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. We got all kinds of goodies, baby. All kinds of stuff happening. First, we got a football game tonight. Where are we at? Chargers and Vikings.
Let me see.
So I think the Chargers are what, 3.5?
They were. My computer's slow today.
All right. And then the Birds, still 7.
Chargers are 3.
They're at 3. All right.
Birds are 7.5.
It's a big hook.
I like it.
Big hook. It's weird.
Like
it vacillates up and down.
The under tonight, maybe 44.5.
Yeah, I can see
Chargers.
Yeah. Is Wentz going to score?
Pretty good defense against Wentz.
Yeah, I like the Chargers tonight.
Well, I mean, of course you do.
I do. I like the Chargers tonight.
Yeah, the Chargers are going to win tonight.
Your boys, Harbaugh and Herbert, H&H Club.
No, my boys are in Kansas City.
Now it's Case Eagles are rolling. You're the Georgia guy. You were all Hey Bear and Harbaugh.
I just tell you that I like Harbaugh. I know the other guys. I like Harbaugh and I like Herbert. I mean, he just every day. He burrows under my skin.
Oh yeah.
Like one of those bugs. In the Andes.
He is a bug.
In the Andes.
Bet Parks, you can bet more than the score, bet touchdown scores, passing and rushing yards, you name it. Plus, Bet Parks has your favorite casino games, classic, right on your phone. Make town time your fun time. Blackjack, craps, roulette, plus all the hockey and hoops, World Series starting, hoops and hockey, Flyers tonight. I like the Flyers tonight against Ottawa. I think they score. I'll take the over their team total.
Ooh, the team total.
I think it should be 3.5 is my guess. I don't know what it is, but
yeah,
I'll take it 3. I'll say over Flyers. But you got it all. Live dealer, blackjack, roulette, craps, all the hot slots like VG plays all the time. Right there on your phone. New customers get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. BetParks.com has all the details. You got to be 21. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right. Now joining us, the esteemed columnist for the Philadelphia Inquirer, our buddy, Mike Sielski. The Xfinity mobile call-in line. Good morning, Michael.
You know, Ant, I think VG was going to trade out that music for the Springsteen-style theme right up until yesterday when I tweeted about Brandon Graham.
You're
and
right.
Then he decided not to switch.
I made a proclamation here. I read the tweet. I was like, no more fun Springsteen. It's evil Darth Vader music from here on out. Yes, you're spot on.
I can read you like a book.
Are you in the kitchen?
I'm at home. I'm at home in my dining room.
Yeah, it looks good in the background. I like it. I knew that VG reacted to that. He reacted to the Embiid tweet when we were talking this morning pre-show, like we always do. And I was like, oh, yeah, we're going over guests and what we're talking about and everything. And he's like, oh, he'll find a way to be upset. I said, he'll appreciate VJ and what the backcourt did. Because, like, you appreciate a great story. And having a backcourt like that, that fit together, youthful, full of great energy, is something to be excited about.
Yeah, 100%. I tweeted last night that it felt to me like a kind of transitional moment for the franchise. Whether it turns out to be that or not, we'll see. But it felt that way, not just because Maxey, who looks as swole as Allen Iverson never got. I mean, he put on some muscle, good for Tyrese. And VJ combining for 74 points. Joel Embiid didn't play the last 9 minutes and 18 seconds of that game. And I know he's working his way back and all of that, but the fact that they were able to win that game, to come back and then hold off the Celtics without Embiid being a major factor, that's interesting. That's absolutely interesting. And they needed something like this as a franchise. I think we all acknowledge that. And it does show you how much of a difference one guy can make when he kind of comes out of nowhere. They haven't had a guy like that in a long, long time, where even as a high draft pick, maybe since Allen, even as a high draft pick, he comes in immediately and is one of the, 2 or 3 absolutely best, most important players on the team. And it looks like Edgecombe is that.
Well, you know, it's funny. I would argue that Maxey you could say Maxey was kind of like that. But
it took a little bit of runway with him.
Right. But to your point is correct in that, this team was built around this high, all these top draft picks and free agents and, it's Simmons and Embiid and Tobias and Jimmy Butler and, now Harden and Paul George and all these guys, these big names, and none of it panned out. But the two guys that you wind up building around are Maxey, who you did not expect to be as great as he took a step into being an all-star. Like, he's a legitimate all-star player and still has room in the ceiling. And then Edgecombe, that's real, man. Like, watching him play, looking at the skill set, how he just straight line to the basket, strong, right, tough. He plays the game with this great energy. That's real. Like, that's not a one game wonder.
No, and it shows how much, for all the time we spend talking about team building and philosophy, and for all the years we debated the process here in Philadelphia, so much of success in pro sports, and I think really more than any other league, the NBA, comes down to circumstance and comes down to getting the right guy at the right time. The Golden State Warriors built a dynasty out of the fact that 2 point guards were taken before Steph Curry. The San Antonio Spurs built 20 years of championships and doing it the San Antonio way out of getting the #1 picks in the years that David Robinson and Tim Duncan happened to be the #1 overall picks. And I think Edgecombe kind of falls into that, right? The Sixers could have taken Ace Bailey, and they didn't. And now we'll see how this all shakes out, but so far so good.
Yeah, and it's interesting on a night when Cooper Flagg makes his grand debut, and look, gives you 10 and 10, right? Edgecombe steals the night. Like, it was pretty cool, man. It was just an awesome kind of thing.
In fairness to Cooper Flagg, his team was playing a gigantic praying mantis with shooting range from 25 feet.
Yes.
I mean, Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy doesn't even have to jump
40.
to dunk. It's crazy.
40 last night. He's sick. 40.
They're going to have to raise the rim.
Yeah.
They're going to have to raise the rim. I mean, because players are getting taller and more mobile and more athletic. They're not going to have to raise it tomorrow, but eventually they're going to have to do it, because it's like he's like playing on a Nerf hoop.
I know. It is like you and I as kids playing the song, going, and here's Barkley with a rim rattler.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Going forward, and then we'll put the Sixers to bed, but going forward, George comes back with the energy of the kids. I think he has the right kind of mentality. Embiid plays himself into some shape and maybe becomes a role player. Can you see it? By the way, I like Barlow's energy too. I like him as a four-man who doesn't need the basketball. I think that would be your starting lineup. Oubre, Grimes, McCain when he comes back, Bona is off the bench. Not a bad second unit.
We have seen the best of Joel Embiid in a Sixers uniform. I think everybody can say that for certain now. And I said it last year when he was going through all these injuries. So yeah, role player, that stings when you hear it at first. But I think last night gave you a pretty good indication that this team is going to be at its best on the move. And throughout the first half, when Joel was in the game, I mentioned this I texted Keith Pompey, our beat writer, about this. He spent all night on the perimeter. And, they're kicking the ball out to him for 25-foot threes, and he's getting no lift on his jump shot. Not that he got a ton of lift before.
Nah, but his legs were dead. Yeah.
His legs were dead. And I don't know that playing into shape is going to change that all that much. It might help a little bit. So that's what they're going to have to work out, is can Embiid play the way it looks like so far that this team needs to play to be at its best.
Yeah, I mean, you're almost going to have to go in bursts with him, because he serves no purpose out there, right? Like none. Like the whole idea of spacing is if he's in a post, at some point, he could be in a high post, but he's got to be somewhat in the post just to get spacing correct.
Yeah, and when he catches the ball up top or on the wing and tries to back a guy down, everything just grinds to a halt. And, he talked, I was there in Paris last year during the Olympics, and he talked a lot about when he comes back, it's time for PG and Tyrese to take on more of the scoring load. This is part of the reason I wanted to play in the Olympics was I'm going to be surrounded by great players and learn how to be a cog in the machine kind of thing. All right, here's the test of this now. Let's see how this goes. Can he be a passer? Can he move the ball in the times that he's out there? And can he be content with that?
Yeah, I agree. All right, now let's transition to the birds. And I see the wry smile. Let's just start big picture, all right? And I want to get in your brain. Where are they? Big picture.
Where are they? I think it was a pretty significant step forward last week against Minnesota for the reason that everybody has cited. It's not that Jalen looked that good. It's excellent for them that he looked that good. But the fact that he looked that good under center, running play action, diversifying the offense, that was a significant step forward. It showed to me the very quality that we're now looking for out of Joel Embiid. It is Jalen isn't comfortable under center, so they don't run much under center. But now they've lost 2 games in a row, and now it's obvious they've got to throw the ball more. The offensive line is beat up. They can't run the ball. We all know why. And, okay, Jalen, you got to do something that you don't really like to do. And he did it, and he was excellent at it, and it led to a big victory. And now it gives opposing teams something else to think about. And maybe it buys them some time so that the line gets healthy and they figure out how to get Saquon free.
Yeah, because it all comes down to the line.
There's a Mailata quote from yesterday on whether he prefers QB under center. And he says, yeah, I do. It puts us at better angles. Most defenses, if you back up and gun, you're like, okay, the RB's on the right. Most defensive ends will crash and play that gap. They know where the play's going, remove that, take that from the DN, and they have to respect both edges.
Yeah.
So you have the O-line is like, yo, we need you under center.
Why do you think we've been crying, screaming for it? There's just so much you can do offensively. We talk about this, a scheme that's not creative. Well, part of it is to do with him constantly in shotgun. And from what I heard, he finally embraced it. And it was kind of out of necessity with a new center, but they knew that, he finally embraced it. And look, I'm hoping that with that success, that he starts to like it because he was never comfortable under center.
Yeah, look, we all take on new roles and responsibilities in our jobs, no matter what the job is. And this is something that Jalen has to do if this team is going to function and succeed. And given the way the first 7 games have gone and their inability to get Saquon going, what are you going to lean into? You've got to lean into AJ and Devontae, and they did. And they tore that secondary to pieces. And this should be a good thing going forward. And, let's see it this week, right? If they can't be up for this game against the Giants after Scadaboo doing backflips on them on Thursday Night Football 2 weeks ago, then they'll never be up for a regular season game. So, this is another pretty good test.
Yeah, it is. And look, big difference between 6-2 and 5-3, especially when you got Green Bay and Detroit after the bye.
Yeah, huge difference. And the division is starting to shape, in the way that a season gets shapes out. Nice turn of phrase there. Yikes. We don't know what the Giants are going to be with Jackson Dart right now, but it sure looks like he's pretty good. Washington is turning out. It seems to be a paper tiger. They're beat up. Their defense is not good. And you have the Cowboys who, Dak is an MVP candidate. Good on Brian Schottenheimer for figuring out how to run an offense and
gets the ball out.
Getting CD and Pickens the ball and getting them out. So we're starting to see it's that time of year, which is really interesting in the NFL season, which is you're starting to see teams reveal who they actually are. And that's going to be interesting. And this Giants game is the start of that.
See, I kind of like when the Cowboys are decent.
So do I.
It just adds a little bit of I almost wish, I hated the fact that we had to open up with them, right? Like, I like playing them in the middle of the year. Like, if they're decent, like go down there on Sunday Night Football. Like, that's fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it was still fun opening night. It just it was such a strange night that
Right.
Carter gets thrown out, and it's the ring ceremony, and it's Thursday night, and there's all this hoopla. Usually, an Eagles Cowboys game is just Eagles Cowboys. Let's get it on kind of a thing. So,
Right.
But that second game this year, it's shaping up to be a pretty big one.
Yeah, man, it's going to be very big. It's going to
Yeah,
be.
it's interesting too. I like the parallel between Schottenheimer and Sirianni because they are, at least so far with respect to Schottenheimer, they kind of upend what a lot of conventional wisdom is about head coaches, right? Like, what are our complaints about Nick? Well, he's not a Sean McVay kind of guy. He's an offensive guy who isn't a brilliant play caller and play designer, but he's a locker room guy, he's a culture guy, he's a hype man, et cetera, et cetera. And maybe Brian Schottenheimer brings something to the table, being a coach's son himself and being around the league for so long, that allows him to succeed in a way in Dallas where other guys might not.
Are you at all worried about AJ and the latest cryptic tweet?
I mean, I'm kind of past worrying about AJ at this point. If it hasn't blown up totally by now, I don't know that it's going to blow up. I mean, I shake my head at some of this stuff, like everybody else does, and I get along well with AJ and like him, and generally think like, I'm willing to give him more space to do this kind of stuff than I think a lot of people are. I watched some of ESPN yesterday, and they were all losing their minds over what he had put out on Instagram.
I'm with you. I feel the same way. Knowing AJ, he's not. They want to paint him like Terrell Owens, and he's not.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think it's maliciousness.
No.
I think T.O. blew that 2005 season up just for the sake of blowing it up. And we don't need to go back and relitigate what the Eagles could have done or should have done. But AJ's not, I don't think AJ's looking to blow the season up. I just think AJ, is a product of the social media age, and this is what he does. I've used this analogy before. It's like your boomer parent or grandparent who's ranting about politics on Facebook. They can't help themselves. And I think AJ kind of falls into that realm.
Wow, that's a great example. It's a great example. All right, let's go from now Birds, because we do our 4 for 4, to Phillies, because we didn't talk to you since the Dombrowski presser. We have the World Series tomorrow night. Dodgers, Jays, Hoffman closes it out. A lot of talk about Bryce, Joel Sherman, my former colleague. We used to work together, reporting that he would not be surprised if Bryce is not a Philly. Sorry for the double negative, but I was like, what? Like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. He took care to say that it was speculation.
Yeah.
That he basically said, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not a Philly. And I feel the need to say, like, Bryce has a full no trade clause. So if he's not a Philly, it's going to be because he decided he didn't want to be a Philly anymore.
Right.
So we need to say that right up front. But there's starting to be some smoke here, it seems to me. I don't know if Dombrowski, I don't know whether he said that as a way to motivate Bryce, as to offer like a signal flare to Boris about conversations that have taken place behind closed doors. It's interesting. I don't think he's wrong in what he said. I think Harper's 33, and they would expect him to be an MVP level 45 home run guy, is probably expecting a little bit too much at this point. But that doesn't mean he had to say it. And that's the interesting thing.
Here's my beef with Dombrowski is he took no culpability for not protecting him for the last 3 years. Like, I'm sorry. You can't take a swipe at Bryce when you got Alec Boehm hit behind him. When you've been dying for a right-handed power bat. Dying for it. We're calling for it. Your lineup is out of whack. When you have Bone Marsh 4-5, that's not good enough. And what do you expect? I know I watched that every pitch that Bryce saw. I saw one. It was an Ohtani fastball that he could have crushed. I saw him fish a lot. I saw a lot of slop his way.
Yeah, and the interesting part about all this too, Cuz, is that Dombrowski, at all his previous stops, what was the caution that came with him when he came to the Phillies? It was, yeah, he'll build a winner, and the team might even win a World Series, but he'll go so far in building that team that it will crash.
Yeah.
It'll deplete you and crash after they left.
Yeah.
And he hasn't quite done that. He's done a lot, but there's been that last little bit, like you said, like not going the extra, get the right-handed bat, go really all in. Are they all in? Yeah, but not really all in. And they've left that spot behind him open. And you're right, it's been an issue.
And Marley, like, he's talking Crawford in left field. Do we need another left-handed bat with no power in left field?
Well,
like that outfield, he got a lot of work to do. You can't. I can't see Marsh another year. I can't say it.
No, I don't think so either. I think we've talked about this. I think there's an element of Sixers fatigue with respect to the Phillies. They have to do something different. They have to bring in some young players, and I'm sure that's on their minds too. Like, we've got this kid Crawford. We can't keep him in AAA another year. The kid hit 300 and runs. And
why does he play center?
I
need power in left. I don't need him in left.
Look, maybe he does play center. We don't know how the offseason is going to shake out. Maybe it ends up that he does play center. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm dubious a little bit with Dombrowski.
There's a nice name on the there's a list of the most likely to be traded this offseason. Joe Adele. Yeah, doesn't excite you? What?
A lot of numbers on a bad team.
A lot of home
runs,
runs,
strikeouts
teams.
too.
A lot of strikeouts. Yeah, that would give me pause, right? Like putting the ball
who
in
hits
play.
a lot of home runs that doesn't strike out a lot?
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
one
this team
year.
has had, though.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not, and I'm a fantasy guy, so I'm a loser. So I keep an eye on it, and I've seen him, and I mean, you know,
you didn't have Terry Rozier in your NBA fantasy team, did you, Cuz?
Dude, can we talk about that for a second?
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Chauncey Billups, Rozier?
Yes. And there's a video going around of plays that Rozier has made for the Heat over the years.
It's outrageous.
It's crazy. Let me put it this way. It does not dissuade you from thinking that he was on the take.
Those passes
really
he's making, they're unbelievable.
Yes. He looks like one of the guys.
Yeah,
he looks like one of the guys in 8 Men Out or one of the kids in Blue Chips.
Oh, how about the kid Tony in Blue Chip? Tony!
Yep.
Tony! It was the point spread, coach. It was just the point spread. We still won the game. It's for the gamblers, coach.
I have become what I despise.
Yeah.
That's our guy, Ron Shelton.
Ron Shelton. That's it. I know, but it's and Chauncey Billups playing in the executive game. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
mafia. The word mafia was used in the reporting.
There's no such thing as the mafia.
I'm going to watch that Netflix special and report back to you next week.
I won't watch that. Sensationalism.
Omerta, I got it.
But the whole league, we were just talking about this with Kevin. The gambling thing is, man, what happens, right? You look at college, right? The NCAA just said that they put a rule in that you're allowed, athletes and all personnel are allowed to bet on professional sports, just not college, right?
Yep.
It must be so pervasive that they had to put the stipulation because they were all doing it.
Yeah, I always thought that, this is my little bit of libertarian instinct. I really thought that lifting kind of the veil of this would be okay, that pro athletes especially make so much money that they wouldn't want to put themselves at risk for doing stuff like this. And what you find out is that these guys are so hyper competitive and want to win every single thing they do that they can't help themselves. And there's something to be said in our society, I think, Anthony and VG, for like the idea of vice and shame. And gambling was illegal, but you knew that people did it, but they had to go somewhere to do it, right? Like they had to go to the OTB, or they had to go to the little side door to place their bets and meet with the bookies or whatever. And now that veil is off, and there's a whole lot of unintended consequences to this.
There is, and the marketing is, hey, you're just investing in sports. Like it's
right.
It's like the stock market, right? It's like you're buying shares in whatever, but it's not. And when you're looking at props, like that's the scary thing, is like the manipulate, like Clase, who had a bright career ahead of him, right? Like as a closer, what happens in college? They have college props. I mean,
because it allows for the subtlety of the tank, right? As bad as Rozier, some of those plays were, like you don't have to be, if you're an athlete and know how to do this, you don't have to be that overt about tanking to win a prop bet or something like that. Because it's not about the outcome of the game. It's about these million little things that take place during the game that if you're not paying close attention, you'll miss. And what does this all lead to? It leads to, we can't trust, as fans and media and sports consumers, we can't trust what we're seeing. And once the games aren't on the level, man, this whole enterprise goes away.
You brought up Clase. They just yesterday it came out. He's banned from the Dominican League in the winter even right now during the investigation. He can't play anywhere.
Yeah,
we used to laugh about this stuff when Brett Favre took a dive for Michael Strahan's sack record.
Right.
But this is bad. This is a lot worse than that.
So what happens? What do you think that the props go away? Like ultimately, because
I mean, it's
I think there's a lot of rationalization, like you said. Like, well, who cares? It's just a prop. Like, it's not. I'm not throwing a game.
It reminds me of? It reminds me of the whole like broken windows theory of policing, where you have to like crack down on the people who jump the turnstile at the SEPTA station or the subway stop, because then it creates a culture where that sort of thing doesn't go on. You might have to do the same thing with prop bets, where these leagues have to come down like a ton of bricks on actions and violations that seem pretty small, so that it doesn't lead to, or it stops and causes hesitation to commit the bigger violation.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, almost like you're cracking down on quality of life crimes.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why they call it the broken windows theory. Like, a kid throws a rock and breaks somebody's window and the police come down on them like a ton of bricks. Okay, if they're going to do that for me breaking a window, what are they going to do if I commit a burglary or something like that?
Right. No, it's fascinating.
Hey, well, we got you here. The internet's got a name for a nickname for the duo of the Sixers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What do we got?
I think it's a winner.
Oh, yeah?
VJ Max. You don't love it? I love
You
VJ Max.
Yeah, but you can't give them long-term contracts because VJ Max is discount store.
Oh, man, I like VJ Max.
Nah, I'm out. I'm out.
I think
You guys are on the wrong side here.
Come on, I'm with VG on this one.
What's so sexy about TJ Maxx?
Nothing. They just get it done, man.
No, but you got these incredible the ball of energy in the two of them, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to give me TJ Maxx?
You ever been to a TJ Maxx? It's nothing but energy. Lines like 40 people deep anytime you go there. People love TJ Maxx.
You get a quality dress shirt and a quality pair of jeans for $30. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. VJ Max.
I'm out. That doesn't pay homage.
That's a good
one.
Like
to go to you're going to give me a store?
And then we can start calling the Xfinity Live Center the department store. It'll be great.
It's horrible.
I got to talk to some younger people about this.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Boober.
I just told you it's bad.
Yeah.
You dress like Uncle Junior. Come on.
So do you.
so bad. Come on, make it. You gotta get
VJ
creative.
Max is good.
Stinks.
You guys are nuts.
Stinks.
Stinker.
Flyers, because we have to finish the 4 for 4.
Yeah.
What do you think, man? Fun. Vladar might be your. They might have found something long term with him.
Yeah, and I like what you're seeing out of the guys who have been here for a couple of years. Not to blaspheme the current administration, but this was an argument, and he didn't get a ton right while he was here, but this was an argument that Ron Hextall used to make, was that guys, you have to be patient and allow young players to hit a certain age, and they will start to take off like a rocket.
Yes.
And Forrester and maybe Zegras is hitting that age as well. And so that's encouraging to see. I think the Mishkov thing, look, he's going to play his way into shape. First year in the United States, first year with money, maybe needs to kind of get acclimated. I think he'll be all right. He'll play his way into where they need him to be. But yeah, encouraging so far.
Yeah, I like it. How about your world? What's new in Rocky Land? I know you're tapping away.
I'm tapping away. Working on Burgess Meredith right now. The hiring of the major characters. That's kind of the chapter I'm at right now. What was Burgess Meredith, for instance? Like, not many people I think remember this. Like, total star of stage and screen, led this incredible life, was married 4 times. Just people I think people in Philly see the movie and just think of him as Mickey, but they forget what an amazing, accomplished actor he was. So I'm having fun kind of diving into his life.
Yeah. I can't wait to read this. Thing's going to be so good.
Thanks,
I saw
man.
some stills from the.
So have I. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride those coattails. Like, the movie's going to come out and Sly's memoir is going to come out, and then I'm going to come in behind him with, and now you get the real story.
Right.
That's
great.
That's what I'm going to ride their coattails, I hope.
I love it.
Dude,
Mike, are you doing an audio version of it?
They will. Yeah, they did. They did audio books in my previous 2 books, so hopefully
Will you do the reading, or will you try and get someone tied into the Rocky movie to do it?
They usually get an actor to do it. I did some of the reading on the Kobe book, but I didn't do any for the Dunk book. So I don't know yet. That's kind of down the road. The book isn't coming out for another year plus, so we'll figure all that stuff out.
If you need someone with a Philadelphia accent, let me know. All right?
Yeah. There are plenty of them around.
Mikey, great stuff, buddy.
All right, good to see you guys.
Always
Thanks.
great to see you, man. We love you. The great
All
Mike
right, be
Sielski.
good.
Inquire. All right, let's take care of some business. Even Uncle Frank says VJ Max is weak.
Yeah, you guys are on the wrong side. Chat's all over VJ Max.
Enough
Uncle Frank.
I don't know if the chat's all over
Frank's
VJ.
another young.
I think you're filtering what you want to
Another
say.
young hipster, Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank wears
VG.
he wears
VG
tank top
will
undershirts.
never stand alone in his thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, you are the leader of the mob. Like, in Rome days,
Yes.
you are whatever the mob says. You'll stand behind the mob.
I'm the voice of the people. I'm the man on the street.
2 people in chat said they liked
man
it, and then,
around.
the chat's all over it.
That's what you are.
The man of the people.
You're the mob. You're like whatever the masses say.
Eddie Wright, you win at TJ Maxx. Yes, that's true.
But then he said he was talking about the Thunder.
Randy says, we got the
Bro's out of breath right now.
Bro. So poor bro.
Our elevator's out. Bro just came up 7 floors, which is equivalent to like 10 stories.
So, yeah.
What's up?
I mean, by the way, real quick, did you break the elevator?
No. That's what we heard. It was broken.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
This guy likes VJ Max as the nickname off of TJ Maxx.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
It's so bad. Yes.
The guy who's wearing a transfusion hat. All right.
Realize you were
Transfusions are delicious.
I didn't realize you were Mr. Fashion.
You gotta be hip and fashionable.
Yeah, he's the fashion police all of a
I
sudden.
didn't realize Nosferatu
on,
was an
bro.
Armani guy.
Armani.
The guy in the Georgia hat is the
Tom Ford,
fashion
Tom
police.
Ford. Armani.
He's got the Georgia hat, the jersey.
That's
He's
right.
75 years old. He's wearing
right.
the jersey.
That's right.
Yeah.
The hell
That's
out
right.
of here.
He'll criticize
He's gonna
what you're
tell
wearing.
us.
He'll criticize what you're wearing. Yeah.
That's right.
Stop.
That's right.
Let's take care of some business. Do we get the geek to help us with some fantasy?
You know what you should be wearing? Shady Rays. I do know sunglasses. And you might have that moment when you realize you left your sunglasses on the beach, on the roof of your car, at a gas station, three states away. You know, I've been there too. Left my sunglasses in another country, and then I was always hesitant about bringing my favorite nice sunglasses on the road or certain events. Then I found Shady Rays. Totally changed the game. Because Shady Rays, not only are the sunglasses made for real life, they're seriously good looking, polarized, durable, not stupidly expensive. Here's the wild part. If you lose them, break them, on day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new replacement pair. No guilt trip, just replacements. So now I wear my sunglasses everywhere without fear. I bring them on the road, ball games, concerts, on the boat, wherever I go. Shady Rays is the eyewear that's got your back. So we've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head over to shadyrays.com. Use the code PHLY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars. 5 stars by over 300,000 people. And let's talk about True
Right,
Mark.
now let me tell you about the Parks Casino, Street Road, Ben Salem. Parks Casino. This is how you win. Pennsylvania's #1 casino. They got it all. Action, excitement, headline entertainment. Plus, if you live anywhere near in the area, Philadelphia, you got to go right there at the Street Road exit. New Jersey Turnpike, exit 6. It's right there. I mean, you got it all, man. Parks Casino, Pennsylvania's #1 casino. Thousands of hot slots, state-of-the-art sportsbook, beautiful poker room, Liberty Bell Beer Garden, and collection of award-winning restaurants. Parks Casino, this is how you win. Tickets on sale now for these headliners. You ready? Here we go. October 25th, this Saturday, Almost Queen.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
November 26th, comedian Joey Diaz.
That's going to sell out, so hurry up.
December 5th, Straight No Chaser.
Tickety tick, ee-oh, ee-oh. It's Dominic the donkey. Tickety tick, ee-oh, ee-oh. Dominic the Christmas donkey.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
We got to do the Christmas.
We'll do a Christmas album, yeah.
All right. December 6th, comedian Ken Jeong, who's funny.
Yeah.
December 12th, Get the Lead Out, a Led Zeppelin tribute.
And
There's a bustle in
in your hedgerow, don't be alone now.
ParksCasino.com. Tickets for all shows. Parks Casino, this is how you win. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right. Let's go to the geek. All right. To talk about some fantasy help. And of course, props. And as long as you're not Jerry Rozier, your
Yeah.
props are all right. Good morning, geek. What do you say, buddy?
Geek's muted.
You're muted, Geekus Aurelius.
There we go. There we go.
There
What's
you go.
going on, fellas?
Geekus Aurelius.
Sorry, I was just texting with Terry Rozier trying to get the plays for tonight, and my whole system is burned. We got to start from scratch.
Geek is slowly moving that jet sign further and further out of view or his camera. He's
Well,
smart. He's smarting up. He's smarting up.
I think we
Move
got
it
to
out.
show Geek the kid. It's one of your nugs, VG.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we might have to pull it up with something. Andrew might need a minute or so.
Yeah, pull that up, and I want to show the Geek,
I'll get it ready.
all right? Because
It makes you feel a little sorry for the
I do. I feel sorry for them. They're the worst team in
The
football.
owners hates the quarterback.
They stink. They're just so bad.
The owner's like, it's tough to win when your quarterback can't make a completion.
I mean,
You
could it have
imagine?
gone any worse than Fields? Could this have gone any worse? Guys, it could not have.
No, I'd rather have Mrs. Fields throw it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's-
Oh, boy.
all right.
Sell your Fields shares, people.
I mean, it's
Get out.
bad. It's bad.
It is a
all right, let's
disaster in
tap
New York.
into some fantasy because that's why you do it. Because you were a disgruntled Jet fan and you needed something to enjoy during football season. So you created the DFS Army and you created the Sharp app to just dive into fantasy. So where are we at, and what's our strategy for this week, week 8?
Guys, there's a lot of bye weeks this week, and I'm here to give some confidence to the viewers. And I'm gonna talk about a couple teams that I want you to get super confident with, not just this weekend, but going forward. First, the Bengals under Joe Flacco are going to produce offense no different than if it were Joe Burrow. That's right, I said it. They are the same for fantasy purposes. Load up Jamar Chase again. Make a trade for T. Higgins. They want to get rid of him on that team that has him. T. Higgins is not going to have some low, bad season because it's Flacco. It's better with Flacco. As a matter of fact, Flacco is like Joe Burrow, except does not care at all. He's just there to sling it, have fun. He's over 40. You guys know what it's like to be over 40. You don't care anymore. You're out there having fun. You're like, man, my career's almost done. I'm going to have a good time out here. Believe in Flacco.
I do. I believe in Joe. I mean, I love Joe. Joe lives 25 minutes from here. All right?
Yeah, he's slinging it. He's having fun out there.
He is. And to your point, like I love that. Like we talked about it last Thursday. I told you I liked the Bengals last week. I just think they're with him, they're legitimate. That's why Tomlin got upset. Tomlin's like, why are you trading inside the division?
Basically, they saved the Bengals. The Bengals will now compete for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then maybe Miraculous Joe will come back, or maybe they'll have their Nick Foles moment where all of a sudden Flacco's just with them all the way through.
Could you imagine that?
Again.
If they had any kind of defense, it would be possible. They just have a bad defense.
The defense is hard to watch.
Yeah.
The defense is hard to watch. Now, I'm going to give you a second team. You're not going to like this one. That is for real right now.
Cowboys.
You're not going to like it.
Cowboys.
You're not going to. No, they're for real. They are for real. We already know that. The Giants. The Giants and Jackson Dart is him. It's for
I like
real.
Jackson. I love Jackson Dart.
I don't mean competing for the.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm talking fantasy here, cuz.
Right.
I don't care about if they win the division. Wait, I'm not. You got the wrong analyst here. I don't care about fantasy points. And Jackson Dart is him. Load up on this kid. If he's on your waivers, he should not be. Get him. He's going to be. I would put him in the top 7 of quarterbacks right now today for fantasy production. You can drop whatever
top
garbage.
7?
Yes. He does everything you want. Everything. He can sling. He could throw for 300 yards, but he runs it. The kid's got legs. He does everything you want from a fantasy production standpoint. Everything. And he does it fairly well. It reminds me of Jaden Daniels last year, where you were just like, guys, he's a rookie. Weapons aren't great. Does not matter. Just play him every single week on your fantasy team. You drafted Caleb Williams. I don't care. Play Dart. You drafted somebody else. Thought it was a name, CJ Stroud. I don't know who's the start. It does not matter. Start Dart over almost all other.
Start Dart. That's a proclamation.
Start Dart. Yeah, we cashed some bets on Dart last week. After our conversation and on the Bengals game, that was the easiest bet I think in maybe 20 years for me. The Bengals on Thursday of last week, that was one of the easiest bets, and I was taking Dart as well. Overs on Giants offense. I would be on the overs on the Giants this week against the Eagles. Not to say that they're going to win the game. I don't talk about wins or losses. The team total at 18 is too low for a Giants team that has a real quarterback. Take the over.
I think it's shut down. Jalen
And
Carter.
take the over on the Jets game too. Both of those games. Flacco's going to go crazy. Not the Jets side. Flacco's about to launch his wrath upon, lay down his fury and vengeance upon the Jets as if in a biblical sense. He's going biblical.
I absolutely love it. That's great. I will say, you last week loved Jalen Hurts to come back out. You loved Hurts, AJ, Devontae. You were all about the Eagles in fantasy as well last week.
Oh my goodness, the DMs I got, you have no idea. We had a guy, we had people win $175,000, and everybody's DMing, dude, You got me on AJ Brown. It's funny. I wasn't even that high on Smith. Dude, you got me on AJ Brown. Thank you so much. I just won 75K, and I get these emails. It was crazy. And I got a bunch of them. Like, that happened a lot this past week. Because we talked about it, though, before the game. And I said, this is a spot. Now this is a spot. You want to attack it because the Eagles are going to answer. And I hate Wentz, too. I put something into that, but the Eagles are going to answer. I like them again this week because I think the Giants will be more competitive than what the sports books are telling us. So I think that we will, unless, now there's a risk this week that we get Saquon Barkley awakening. That could happen. The awakening happens against the old team, right? You could see it. All of a sudden, Saquon flipping, slipping, and gripping, truck sticking, and doing all this craziness. Like, he hasn't been that guy this year, but maybe that breaks out this time. But if it does it, we can get another big Hurts to Smith is my preferred here, but big Hurts passing day up ahead.
All right. Who do you like this week as far as each position, quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, tight ends?
So there's a lot of stuff going on. My favorite overall, I would say, from like a daily fantasy sports where we have to make these choices, I really love this Dallas Broncos game, especially Bo Nix on the Bo Nix side of it. Everybody who's gone up against Dallas has absolutely smashed. Bo Nix coming off like his best game of his career. He's fairly easy to figure out how to pair him up. We're going Nix, we're putting Sutton in there, maybe a Troy Franklin. And if we're doing that, maybe consider bringing back a piece from the Dallas, like either Lamb or Pickens.
Does it worry about with the Broncos secondary?
Yeah, a little bit, but they have one guy, and it's just going to push to the other guy. So, yeah, I mean, could they put Surtain on Lamb? By the way, which is not certain. It's not certain that he'd be on Lamb. He might be on Pickens. And they might choose to, like a lot of teams, what they do when the Bengals come to town is they'll put their guy on Higgins, and then they'll double Jamar Chase. They don't put their name brand cornerback on Chase. So I don't know what the Broncos will do here, which is why I'm not going to allow the thoughts of that to affect how I deal with the game, because they could go either way. I think Surtain is an actual difference-making corner. Like, he's good enough to make a difference, but it's just going to go to the other guy. Or it could go to my guy Fergalicious, so delicious, as I like to call him, who has been absolutely tearing it up with Dak all year long. But I think that game is going to lead to fireworks, and I want as much of it as I can get. And then, like I said, the other one I like a couple of these other. I like this Giants-Eagles game. I think that one could pop. I think the odds makers are usually off the first few weeks when a new quarterback is just building hype. They're all, Giants still stink. Giants still stink. But what if with this quarterback, they're not that bad? And again, I'm not saying they're going to compete for a division. I'm saying they're not going to be pure, unadulterated defecation. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, going from that, like, imagine the Jets just didn't suck the worst out of all teams in the league, right? They could just be like a little less terrible. They might actually, produce some fantasy goodness. They might be able to, win. Hopefully they don't win a game. By the way, I'm rooting against them. Now I'm going for the pick. I'm on the pick. I will be rooting actively.
You should root. Yeah, greater good.
Enough. Yeah. But as a Jets fan for 50 years, I will tell you that rooting for the pick is something I've done for about 49 of these 50. So it's not fun to root for the pick. I mean, I want to get off the pick.
That's great. Anybody else?
Absolutely.
Any other games or players stand out to you?
Absolutely. So, I mean, in the DFS space, we're watching to see what the deal is with Lamar Jackson. Is Lamar going to play? If Lamar plays, one of the sites, DraftKings, priced all of the offensive pieces on the Ravens as if Lamar wasn't going to play, which means you're getting like Derrick Henry at a price level, basically like a garbage running back, not like a good one, because he's been garbage without Lamar because he doesn't do anything when they lose. You also have Zay Flowers on that team that could pop as well if Lamar plays. So I think Lamar's going to play. I think he's come back based on the line on the game. I think he's coming back, but we have to keep an eye on that situation. There's one defense that stands out above all the others this week, and as much as you think it should be the Bengals because they're going up against the Jets, and that is our theme of the Jets suck, it's actually the Colts this week at home against the hapless Titans. I got to tell you something, cuz Cam Ward will hand the opposing defense probably 7 to 8 points in just blunders. I don't know what's going on over there, but he'll trip over his own feet, throw the ball to the wrong guy. Like, you're good for 7 or 8 fantasy points just based on the blunders. And then the Colts are an actual good defense, which, that's the perfect storm. It's Russell Crowe standing out in the middle of the ocean on the boat. Perfect storm happening. That's what we got with the Colts this week on defense. I'll just run through. I mean, a couple of other quarterbacks, like I said, that I really like Dak and Knicks in that one game. I like to go Dart and Hurts in the other game, and those are my focal point spots really for the week.
All right, let me ask you some
Everything
questions.
after that is a step down.
We got some questions. For a flex, Josh Downs, Isaiah Davis, or Monagle?
Oof, what a horrible trio of decisions right there. I don't even know if Josh Downs is playing, but I don't like that spot at all. Manungai, I mean, you're getting a backup. Isaiah Davis, you got to really wait and see if Hall is fine. If Hall is fine, I think I might go Manungai of that group.
All right. If Lamar's playing, Lamar or Bo Nix?
Wow. Can you imagine that? What an easy, tough decision. I think you got to go Lamar if he plays, but I love Bo Nix this week. It's a tough one to call, but I would go Lamar over Nix just because he's Lamar.
If both Commanders receivers, Debo and Terry, play, which one do you go?
Can we not play any of them? Is this a forced pick? But if I have to, it's going to be Terry over Debo.
And one more, George Kittle put up a 0 spot this week. Play him.
Play, guys. Oh, this is actually, I'm going to stick with this for 1 second. Play your studs, guys. This should not even be a question. I don't care they got a 0. George Kittle's on your team. He's in your starting lineup. He gets a 0 this week. He's on your team. He's in your starting lineup next week. Don't mess with that. Always play the studs.
All right, DK Metcalf or Stevenson?
I'd go DK here over Stevenson.
I think that's all I got.
Oh, I like it. All right, buddy. As always, we love hanging out with you, Geekus. We want to show you something, all right? This is one of your brethren, and I have the ultimate respect for this kid. Take a look.
See if I get your thoughts on the game.
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm not going to ever – I'm always a Jets fan, but, like, I hate this team.
I love that kid. That's you, geek.
That's my kid. That's my son. How'd you find that one? He blames me for this. He hates me for it. You did this to me, Dad. I said to him, I was like, who taught you how to do this stuff? Where'd you find this? He's like, you all right? I learned it by watching you. He gave me one of those. He's mad at me. He's a rebel.
I love it. Geekus Aurelius, you're the greatest. You can find him at FFootballGeek on Twitter. He's the man. Sharp app. Check it out. And, of course, DFSArmy.com. We love you, buddy. Thank you, Geekus.
Appreciate you guys.
Here he is, Geekus Aurelius. All right, that's going to do it for us today. Fun show. Want to go back in the day real quick?
We probably need to go to OT if we do that.
All right. It's up to you. Is it worth it?
It's interesting.
It's interesting?
Nah, we can skip it. Skip it.
Is it interesting?
Let's get out of here.
All right. Well, listen. We'll get out of here. All right?
All right.
Yeah. I don't want to force it. I want you guys to sometimes leave you want a little more. All right? Because tomorrow's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
It's a Friday.
72% of the votes, 60 votes in chat. Love VJ Max. Even though you spelled it wrong, you need the 2 X's. It's lame, just the 1 X.
Maxie only has 1 X.
It doesn't matter. It's VJ Max.
Well, then you're not spelling Maxie.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
It stinks.
Love you, everybody.
72%
Poo-poo.
now.
Poo-poo stinker.
83% now.
Yes.
We all silly like the mayor.